In July 2019, when Jeffrey Epstein was arrested, the whole world focused on one man, a billionaire, a predator, a mystery. But behind Epstein, there was someone else. A woman who did not hide, a woman who moved freely through places, universities, and elite parties. A woman who knew presidents, princes, scientists, and spies. Her name was Ghislaine Maxwell. When Epstein died in jail, many people asked one question. If Epstein is gone, who really knew everything? And the answer was so simple. Ghislaine Maxwell did. She did not just know Epstein. According to US prosecutors, she helped him, protected him, and recruited victims for him for years. But who was Ghislaine Maxwell before Epstein? Where did she learn how to operate in silence? And why do intelligence experts still debate her connections today? This is not a conspiracy story. This is a real story built from court documents, sworn testimonies, and verified reporting. This is the story of the woman who stood at the center of Epstein's world. This is Denzel speaking, and welcome to the World of Intrigue. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the like button if you're looking for the truth. To understand Ghislaine Maxwell, you must start with her father. Robert Maxwell was one of the most powerful media tycoons in Europe during the Cold War. He owned newspapers, he moved money across borders, he had access to world leaders. And after his mysterious death in 1991, multiple governments confirmed something shocking. Robert Maxwell had long-standing ties to Israeli intelligence. This is not rumor. Israeli officials later acknowledged that Robert Maxwell assisted Israel, including in intelligence-related matters. Former Mossad officers attended his funeral. Ghislaine Maxwell grew up inside this world: global elites, political power, intelligence culture, absolute secrecy. She learned early that influence is more powerful than visibility. When her father died suddenly at sea, Ghislaine lost everything, and then she met Jeffrey Epstein. In the early 1990s, Jeffrey Epstein was rising fast. No one fully understood where his money came from. But what was clear is that Epstein was collecting powerful people, and at his side was Ghislaine Maxwell. Court records later showed that she managed Epstein's homes, she arranged his travel, she acted as a gatekeeper to his word, and according to multiple victims who testified under oath, Ghislaine Maxwell was often the first person they met. She gained their trust, she normalized Epstein's behavior, and prosecutors later argued she actively recruited and groomed underage girls. This wasn't accidental, it was systematic. In 2021, Ghislaine Maxwell stood trial in New York. The charges were serious: sex trafficking of minors, conspiracy, transportation of minors for illegal activity. Over several weeks, jurors heard testimony from victims. Their stories shared the same pattern. Young girls from vulnerable backgrounds, introduced to Epstein through Maxwell, gradually manipulated, paid small amounts of money, told to keep silent. Prosecutors argued that Maxwell was not a bystander. She was described as the fixer, the recruiter, the protector. And in December 2021, the jury reached a verdict. Ghislaine Maxwell was found guilty, and in 2022, she was sentenced to 20 years in federal prison. This is confirmed, this is final, and this is history. And now we reach the most sensitive part of this story. Important rule: there is no court ruling that says Ghislaine Maxwell was an intelligence agent. That must be clear. However, because of her father's confirmed intelligence connections, because of Epstein's unexplained access to global elites, because Epstein's possessed compromising material on powerful individuals, intelligence experts have raised very important questions. Some former intelligence officials have publicly stated Epstein's operation resembled classic honey trap structures. Maxwell's rules resembled handler behavior. But here's the truth: no intelligence agency has officially claimed her. No documents prove she worked for Mossad, CIA, or any service. So the responsible conclusion is this: the structure looks very familiar, and the proof does not exist, and the mystery remains. Even after her conviction, one question remains unanswered. What information did Ghislaine Maxwell keep? During sentencing, her lawyers admitted she maintained contact books, managed access to Epstein, knew personal details about powerful figures. Yet, no major names were prosecuted, no full client list was released. Maxwell herself refused to cooperate publicly. Why? Some believe it's fear, others believe it's loyalty, some believe it's leverage, but the fact is simple. She knows things the world may never hear. At the end, we have to know that Ghislaine Maxwell is now locked behind bars. Jeffrey Epstein is dead, but the system that protected them, it still exists. So here's the real question. Was Ghislaine Maxwell just a criminal partner, or the visible face of something much larger? And if she ever decides to speak, who would fall first? Tell me what you think in the comments, and if you want the next episode to dive deeper into Epstein's network, intelligence honey traps, or the hidden mechanics of power, make sure you're subscribed, because some stories do not end in prison, they end in silence.